This 42-car field is about to be let loose on the Barcelona circuit. We're going to be racing through till sunset in this 2-hour affair, and down to the first corner, Lena Bühler does get a decent start, but it's very nearly 3 abreast. It is 3 abreast, and now there's some contact, and that's a spin right at the head of the order, the worst possible place for it to have happened. But thankfully the spinning car is not in the middle of the racetrack, and a lot have managed to get through unscathed. Again, some more contact for the Vanina Ricks Porsche, and there are more spinners further around turn 3.
Motorsport 98, one of the Breton cars is involved there as well. That's the 26.
But I'm afraid to say that the pole sitting car is one of those that did not get through. It was Lena Bühler who was, assisted into a spin, I think it's fair to say, but that will be looked at. RHGP was the car trying to dice its way down on the inside, and now the 7014 Virage car is off in the gravel on the exit of turn 5.
Safety car is called.
So there's contact at turn 9 between the Mercedes and the number 50 car, which is the recovering pole-sitting car. Has there been some
They've come
contact?
together, they have. Double hit.
Safety car deployed. Safety car deployed. The leader to slow down.
It is time for pit lane to get very busy indeed, watching as the cars come down pit lane.
Huge incident for the Porsche, which goes sideways and now is on fire, sitting in the middle of the racetrack. That's the engine.
A red flag.
Red flag.
Marta Garcia, who was at the wheel, she's out
I'm walking
of
away.
the car.
Car 51, our race leader in GT3. It's a stop-and-go penalty for causing the collision.
Yeah.
That will put David Fumanelli's Kessel Racing Ferrari to the lead of this race, and time will have run out.
As we focus on these remaining battles, and to the inside line, Pierre Edgar.
That's a remarkable recovery from the 50 car. That car, which was stone last on lap 1.
It's got 2 phenomenally quick drivers in it, including Matteo Quintarelli. But it's going to be an excellent first race for the renamed CLX Motorsport crew. David Drew brings the 97 car across the line in the dwindling twilight of these top 2 here at Barcelona. Pierre-Alexandre Provost completing the perfect result for the Swiss squad, and it's for SDA Racing by VPS, Roman Favre, number 29. Now that car is still under investigation.
No, that's been sorted.
Fine.
They've just added the 10 seconds, so he is confirmed in 3rd. That's Griffin Peoples taking LMP3 Pro Am. I think there is still something outstanding on that car. It's a Rinaldi 1-2 in LMP3 Pro Am.
Waiting for the GT3 win, which crosses the line now, and David Fumanelli in car 33 will complete that with Murat Çuradoglu. All going to be greeted by red lights, even though the speed is starting to increase in anticipation of those lights being extinguished. Make sure you're in the middle of the grid hatchings. There's movement further back. In fact, there wasn't movement further back. And one car heavily delayed. Was that Virage car going slowly? Anyway, we are racing. And to the inside line, Pierre-Alexandre Provost will get the run through Verrerie as the race leader. Slotting into 2nd position is Lena Bühler.
Yeah, the green car that pulled up as they tried to get it moving.
It's Terence Woodward. Terence Woodward hasn't got going.
Yeah.
Safety car out on track as down the inside. It's not rear bumper, it's fender.
Balance. So it was side by side Vanina Ricks with the 54 car, That then turned around the 27 car that ripped off the rear bodywork.
Oh, and there's damage to the front of the Heavy Motors Porsche for Fabrizio Broggi.
He hit the rear of the 58 car, and then as it spun around, so he definitely hit the rear of the 58. As it spun around, he ran over the top of the front of it.
Well, Eliseo Dono wants to come out of the incident in Barcelona, ideally with a race victory to show how talented he is. Yes, it was a big mistake that caused the Marta Garcia off, but if he can come back with a class victory within GT3.
But he's gone through and he's taken the race lead.
Problems for the 26 Breton racing car at Gregory de Cyborg. I wonder whether there's an internal fire there. He was calling for the extinguishers. Gregory is out of the car.
Side by side now between the Code Racing car, David Fulminelli with them, and the 17 just ahead of them.
51's just come in, by the way, so Dono now serving his drive-through penalty.
So the other car that we effectively have to add 10 seconds to is the red and black. There he goes, the red and black AMG.
And there's also a change there for the lead in GT3. So Omrion now leads in LMP3 Pro-Am. He's got ahead of Paul Trajani. And the Aston Martin late on the brakes on the Kessel Racing Ferrari. So that's going to be looked at. The final lap then for the car that finished second in Barcelona in the hands of Alvise Rodea. Still scrapping going on into the braking area of the chicane as the 25 car charges its way down the inside.
That's the second place on the final lap.
So Miklos Born, yes, he's under pressure from David Drew. Now, did Drew get through as well? Because Drew could be about to gain the places. He's fully off the track, is he not? It's difficult to tell from this distance. Here comes Drew to snatch that position away as well.
He's
second.
That's remarkable on the final lap.
So Reiter Engineering think, awesome, we've gained a place and now we've lost a place, so we stay in third.
So CLX Motorsport is a 1-2.
This car, though, for the time being is in the clear. It's still under investigation, potentially for a safety car procedure, but it will cross the line as the leading car. And Alvise Rodea, second in Barcelona, makes that a win in Le Castellet, together with his teammate Pierre-Alexandre Provost. Pro-Am winner is over the line. That's ANS Motorsport, because Julien Omrion's penalty has now been enforced. He was carrying a 15-second penalty, 10 plus 5, which drops the Motorsport 98 car behind ANS, who win. So Rory van der Steur and Code Racing Development take a victory for Aston Martin. Teammate in the number 11 car, Philippe Saga, who drove so well.
In the 10th anniversary of Road to Le Mans and the Michelin Le Mans Cup. And the first of our 2 races for the Michelin Le Mans Cup. 60 minutes here, 14 laps, away we go into the late afternoon sunshine. Pole position just about holding on. Hugo Schwarzer with the white and black and the pink highlights. Keeping his nose in front, but running over the chicane is Luciano Morano. 3-4 wide into Tertre Rouge.
First year racing, by the way, by VPS is Mathieu Vazevier, Aurélien Panis and Rafael Serrano's team. They're the VPS of First Year Racing. Now the position has been given back, and now Luciano Morano drops back behind Hugo Schwarzer, who can stretch his legs. He's the reigning champion, the Ligier European Series. The next, that's to the inside with the bollard underneath the car. That's bad news for the RSGP car, and he's losing places here.
Yeah, big mistake by Hugo Schwarzer, drops into third, just hanging on in front of Theo Micourt. And now the 2 Forestier Racing cars side by side as they head down to Virage-Mulsanne and through into the lead from third on the grid, Romain Favre. That's 29, 92 in second place. 2 wide is going to become 3 wide.
That's Ellis going to the lead here, or is he? Better line for the Ferrari into Dunlop. Coming up as well, the AMG. Team Motor Park, Lucas Dunner.
Adrian David will take over the RHGP car. Alex,
It's going to be tight.
Vincent Abril has not handed over to
He's
anybody.
lost the lead.
And what's more, he came out behind the Team Virage car. Now, they weren't that badly stacked. There's the RHGP car. That's Adrian David in the lead.
Adrian David under pressure for Adrian Clomenil. CLX side by side. And looks to me as if the Ligier's got a tiny bit of advantage in that part. Bit of a kiss there into Indianapolis. That was ragged edge stuff.
Yeah, it didn't actually, they didn't have a touch. There was a little bit of side buffer between them as the air compressed between the two cars. Very interesting line Adrian David in the race leading car took, actually driving off onto the dirty runoff area at the side of the public road leading up to Indianapolis, where you would think not only is there not great traction because it's lots of grit and gravel.
Side by side, he's going to be the lead here for the Silverstone Motorsport car. He's got the run up the inside of the Ducade. Has he got it done? He has. Brilliant move.
Into the Porsche curves. And again, driving off track, Adrian David just putting muck on his slicks.
85 and 97, battling away. This is second place, and is this the moment that David Drew finds his way through? And he does.
Beautifully done.
Placed it well, got the traction down.
Change for the lead. The Get Speed
is through.
The Get Speed Mercedes, the black car. Anthony Bartone leads from Nick Halstead. Well, McLaren in second.
Well, this is the weekend that Mercedes-AMG make their return to the 24 Hours of Le Mans for the first time since the 20th century.
It is victory, though, for Adrian Clomenil. He wins in Le Mans. David Drew second at the line, but has a penalty. So Adrian David will take second place, and third will go to the yellow-nosed Team Virage car of Sasha Lehmann.
Well, Rally Racing will take the win in LMP3 Pro Am.
Here he
Looking
comes.
for, in the background, for the Ginetta.
First time racing here at Le Mans, and he wins in GT3. What a start to a racing career at Le Mans. Yes! Yes! An hour of racing, race 2 of Road to Le Mans. No overtaking before the line, drop back in. You're supposed to go through the grid spots. There could be quite a few start line penalties there. 5 wide at the back.
Oh! And there was contact between the Forestier racing car and the second of the Virage cars.
That's Sebastian Graveland, I think, in the barriers, and the Forestier racing car, Louis Rousset. And Graveland has got the car turned around. Forestier car with the lead for the moment. That's Louis Rousset. 23 events, that's the red and white. Lena Bühler.
Yeah, Lena
and
Bühler.
Sasha Lehmann in third from pole.
And there's trouble there for the 21 car. Has been involved in that.
We are green again at Le Mans.
Where they go, Louis Rousset leads the pack. Lena Bühler side by side, a little further back. That's Team Virage and Breton Racing.
Sasha Lehmann did not get a good start, being passed by Marius Fossard, who outbrakes himself. She's looking to go up into third place. Demeas weaving in front of her. She's jinking from mirror to mirror. She's got a good run going here.
In the meantime, we've got to get penalties going. You can keep an eye on the GT3s. Here goes to change the lead. Beautifully done there from Anthony Bartone.
Well done, boys. The camera guy's picking that one up. Anthony Bartone takes the lead into Indianapolis. Easy for me to say.
And into the pits we go with the pit window open.
29, penalty, that's the leader. It had to come.
Yeah, it
had to come.
Well, he's on pit lane now for his mandatory stop, but second driver will have to pit again. We'll have to drive through. Car leaves pit lane now, and Matteo Quintarelli, very rapid young man indeed, takes the wheel of the 50 Ligier.
Fulminelli. Oh, so Fulminelli was eased out wide. That's is that the chicane or Mulsanne corner? Oh,
and that's the Code Racing car.
Oh, won't we have a spinner?
Theodor Jensen in the wall, exits the final chicane, wheels in the gravel. He was just trying to really chase up behind the leader, and it's Matteo Quintarelli who leads. Hugo Schwarzer now second for RHGP, Vladislav Lomko third for M Racing. We've got 2 minutes 42 on the clock, and that will be the last racing lap as they come across the line. Hopefully it will say last lap. Here we go.
Last lap it does, away goes Matteo Quintarelli. He played that beautifully, got the power in at the optimum moment, and was followed into the Ford chicane by Hugo Schwarzer, but he's made good the escape as a second up.
Oh, hang on a minute. I was going to say in GT3 there is a change. Motor Park goes around the outside, it gets speed, and the McLaren is there as well with the yellow nose. Bradley Ellis, that's your 1, 2, 3 in GT3 out of Tertre Rouge. So Quintarelli, the first of these two cars, the race leader, heading down towards Indianapolis. Going to have to be brave, Schwarzer, to try and go around the outside there. But I imagine there might be a last lap lunge into the Ford chicane. Quintarelli, the leader, defending too late now into Arnage. Schwarzer again with a little run on him. Here we go. This is it for the lead. Schwarzer's on the inside. Quintarelli went offline, defended into Arnage where he didn't need to. And so Hugo Schwarzer has the run down in towards the Porsche curves. But Quintarelli on the inside as they turn into Virage Porsche. Side by side is not going to work here in this high-speed element. The team will be watching with excited view. Matteo Quintarelli holding off Hugo Schwarzer. Was that the final chance for the lead battle? It looks like it's been decided. Into the chicane for the final time if he doesn't throw it off. Matteo Quintarelli will win the Road to Le Mans on Saturday morning. Hugo Schwarzer takes second. Third place, Gephardt Motorsport, Oscar Tuño. Just going under the bridge, our Pro-Am win, Thomas Laurent for DKR Engineering and Ginetta. Let's go back to our GT3 battle because it is still Team Motorpark's Lucas Dunner ahead of Bradley Ellis in the McLaren. There's the red and black Mercedes, our race winner.
Live from Spa-Francorchamps, 2 hours then of cut and thrust racing, no doubt, from the depths of the Ardennes. But thankfully the rain has at least disappeared for the time being, and the field fans out on the run into La Source. This is the pinch point, naturally though, as the RHGP cars steer clear of one another. And actually a good drag race between the two of them. But 4 GT3 cars don't even make the start of the race because they've tangled coming through the bus stop chicane. 2 RHGP cars nose to tail though, and into third position is Oscar Tuño, the Colombian, for Gephardt Motorsport in that bright red car. Totally sideways. In fact, was there some contact on the back of the 51 Ferrari?
I think we're going to see the back end of the issue for the number 4. And there it is. It went into barrier. First group is LMP3, then LMP3 Pro-Am. What then happened? It was simple hits for the 51 to 17. That's all it was.
I think a tap to the rear, which then slid the pole-sitting car around.
Duquesne versus Ligier battle still going on the exit of La Source, with the Ligier trying to get up the inside and having a bit better of the straight line speed equation, makes it into Eau Rouge and takes the place.
Yeah, there's an element of Rodgen having to get off the throttle a tad there just to allow the car that was marginally ahead the line into Eau Rouge, and it might be a similar situation now for Artur Rodgen as he's getting caught by Luciano Morano in the second of the Forestier racing by VPS car. Oh, that's an engine gone, surely, on the Duquesne.
Is that the first time we've seen that in this new era? meantime, Julien Lemoine has rejoined, and that's a clattering at the back of the 97 CLX car. Very busy round the outside for the charging Team Motor Park AMG and the 51, and that's a positional change.
So up the Kemmel Straight. Is the Ferrari fully ahead? It is. It brakes very, very late, and Fuminelli's going to just about get through Lecombe.
Here comes Fuminelli around the outside. Is he going to pull that one off? Martin Garcia going to have a very wide Porsche indeed. Fuminelli takes the inside line and takes the lead of GT3. Great couple of corners. This is an engaging battle. Again, Lucas Dono looking to the outside of the Code Racing Aston Martin. That's allowing Dono in the Ferrari to get busy here. Going to be side by side as they come down now to Eau Rouge. Looks to me as if the AMG's got that corner, and he's got it with a brilliant run down from La Source. Grabs third place.
See him occurs again.
Now that is, I think, is he just letting him by? No, he's not. That's a bit of afters again and again.
So looking for a gap. For my money, Henrion's got the quicker car here, but he's got to safely overtake Horst Felix Felbermayr. I think the move is done.
I think he's got him.
He's got the advantage on the road. He brakes a little bit later as long as he makes the corner at Lecombe. That is the LMP3 Pro-Am lead secured. And he's now threading his way out of the bus stop chicane, and a short run to the line then for the R-Race GP car of Hugo Schwarzer and finishing driver Adrian David. Is the visit to Silverstone, which gets underway now with the 1 hour and 50 minutes starting to tick by, and it is a good getaway from Hugo Schwarzer. His first action of the day, not being involved in qualifying, but one of the virage cars is very, very wide, which could be Sebastian Grauland. Yes, it was Grauland who's lost time, but thankfully didn't collect anything on the way through. The GT cars are already squabbling, with Vanina Ricks leading the way in the Iron Dames car, but there's a spin and backwards at Maggots and Beckett's for a Duquesne.
I think that's one of the CD Sport cars rejoining.
The racing through until 6:35.
Oh, big twitch there from one of the Ryder Engineering cars. Shahan Sarkisian it was in trouble at Maggots Beckett's, and now the 7, the Deaths, clatters over, oh dear me, over the curbs.
Side by side, and a bit too close there. Is that the 50 car?
And the 97.
Yeah.
This is the battle for 8th place, and it's going to stay with the 50, but the Virage car with that battle now as well.
So it's 23 events. Lena Bula, who started on the front row.
And here comes the cavalry in the form of the other delayed Virage car. And who's going to make this count? Perfectly clean at the moment. Will it stay that way? Up the inside this time from the Duquesne. Gets the optimum line, coming back onto the start-finish straight, and will get the power in. But with the Virage car under the rear wing, will get the tow. It's another incident for Eric de Donker, and in the gravel for the 98 car.
Did he do it all on his own? It certainly looks like he did. Unfortunately, yes. And then needed to be some good reactions from the next car through.
What's happened here?
They found one another. On the inside is the championship leader in LMP2 Pro-Am, and the Porsche goes to turn in. The Breton car was wary of the 71. The big hit comes later for the Porsche as it collides heavily.
Oh, no.
That unfortunately was not going to stop for Luffield today at any point. So very, very hot into turn 17. Was it in the 64?
That's Pierre Caffer's car.
Wow, okay. Yeah, if the driver ID is not correct, is not displaying the current driver, it just makes everybody else's job very, very difficult.
Well, one to watch in GT3 here is going to be the pace at this stage of the race from David Fuminelli, who I'm sure will be absolutely rapid right now as poor Alessandro Cozzi is getting beaten up by another group of LMP3 cars. I think he's had enough of this afternoon. They get through this time without incidents.
Nothing between the top two. And of course, if 85 doesn't win, then that certainly takes us to Portimão. It's a tough ask, even if the fight for second changes, but I've got to say it's much more likely that Favre might be able to get ahead of Adrian David with 9 minutes to go. He's in the slipstream on the hanger straight, and Adrian David into defensive mode, putting the car in the middle of the track at Stowe. This is the new category, and to seal it with a race to spare would be quite some statement from Adrian David and Hugo Schwarzer. I won't say necessarily that he's quite there yet, though. Hugging the inside line at Luffield, Romain Favre does appear to be out of ideas, although it's a drag race coming out of Luffield and through Woodcote. He certainly is right there. What's the gap? It is 0.1 of a second, but Adrian David and Hugo Schwarzer win the race, and we reckon, provisionally, they win the title as well.
Here comes Marta Garcia for the win for the Iron Dames, and this is an historic moment, not just the first win for the Iron Dames in the Michelin Le Mans Cup, but seals a record that means the Iron Dames are the only team in ACO racing history that has won a class race in every layer of the ladder. They've won with Marta Garcia in the Ligier European Series. They've won now in the Michelin Le Mans Cup. They've won in the European Le Mans Series, and they've won in the FI World Endurance Championship, and no other team has done that.
The cars now are given the signal to start racing, and this 43-car field will head down to Primera corner, which is so tricky as the track drops away from you. Somebody locking up on the inside line and whacking the curb, but they've all survived that.
This is Vanina Rixa alongside Alex Martin. So Vanina's had an absolutely cracking start and is contesting here the lead of GT3. Side-by-side contact there, a little bit of a love tap from Porsche to Aston Martin, and it is the Porsche that comes out the best. The ANS Motorsport car stranded in the gravel.
2, 1, full course yellow is deployed, full course yellow is deployed.
And that is a huge shunt.
Safety car deployed, safety car deployed.
That's slowing down, is it, for the full course yellow?
I think it is, and so we've got two cars certainly, and the 71. Leading. This is the championship leading car.
Oh my goodness, so Stefan Aust. Already an early move being fancied by Bence Valent in the blue and yellow car to the high side for Reiter Engineering. Was he just about on the racetrack? I think so, but he now can't cut across Lena Boule's car to firm up that position. If he's not careful, he'll end up in the gravel trap. Boule still fighting it. Crucial damage now, and that is as a result of a clash with the biogas Ferrari, which put it into the path then of the CD Sport car, which is going to enter shot very shortly, and boom.
Both CLX cars involved in at least 2 and I think 3 different incidents. The pit window now, aren't we? Oh dear.
And now the EB Motors Porsche is being told to stop, but at least it had observed the red light. Now, is there a concern down at Iron Dames about a red light that was breached there? It's going to be looked at.
Side by side, the Reiter car, is that the GG Classics car? It is, as they try to mix it up. These cars are not in the lead group. There's all sorts of shenanigans. Fuminelli here is on a charge, looking to try to get away past Charlie Bateman. Goes to the inside, but there's an LMP3 car up the inside of him. This is going to get tasted to turn 1. Bit of a hip check maybe there from Fuminelli. Tries to bully the Aston Martin out the way, and the Ferrari is through and gone. Marta Garcia takes that drive-through straight away.
That's
battle for third place. Max van der Snel
yes.
and Griffin Peebles. This is a cracking battle as well.
It is. Peebles looking for a way by, but the next corner is a right-hander. Can he do it around the outside? Because we're going to go into a much tighter right-hander, though, now at Samsung. And in fact, Max van der Snel knew precisely where to put his car. But Peebles much better off the slower speed corners, running side by side through Craig Jones. And if he can stay there, this time into Portimão, that might work a treat. He's got ahead of the more motorsport car. Now,
up the inside from the Forestier Racing by VPS car on the Gebhardt Motorsport car.
For the final time, coming out of Galp corner to make it 3 on the bounce, the 85 RHGP car of Hugo Schwarzer and Adrian David. What's going to happen in LMP3 with Rashid Shawn winning the race? The red car is flashing its lights because it's won the race for Kessel Racing.